Very good morning and namaskar. My lord, may I have the permission to open the inaugural function?
Yes, please.
My lord. The inaugural function is open now. The district of Bhadrak is named after goddess Bhadrakali. The legendary history of Bhadrak district dates back to the age of Puranas, when Odisha achieved thriving maritime and agrarian prosperity. The last kingdom of Mukundadev, taken over by the Afghans at the hand of Raja Man Singh, passed on to the Nawabs of Bengal when the Mughals diminished from the political scenario of Bhadrak district. In course of time, Bhadrak district has passed on to the Marathas until the British occupied the entire region of Odisha. On 1st of April 1993, this district was carved out from the Balasore district and became a separate entity, and thus the district of Bhadrak today. It is indeed an eventful day for the people of Odisha and the district of Bhadrak in particular, as we are going to have its newly constructed court building inaugurated today. Without further ado, may I now request Sri Pradyumna Kumar Nayak, esteemed district judge Bhadrak, to give the welcome address. Sri Nayak.
My Lord, Namaskar. A very good morning to all. It is often said that great accomplishments are driven by great ambitions. An ambition of having a fully equipped and highly digitalized district court at Bhadrak has become a reality today. This building contains 14 courts, a modernized record room, malkhana, creche, room for lactating mothers, court for vulnerable witnesses, and virtual courtroom. I am honored and privileged to have got the opportunity of delivering the welcome address to the honorable dignitaries and this august gathering. It is my proud privilege to welcome Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, the Honorable Chief Justice of High Court of Odisha, who has been pleased to grace the occasion. Due to enormous spirit and enthusiasm of my Lord, despite the pandemic, Odisha judiciary has continued to render justice. During the short span of his lordship, different e-services have been introduced. My Lord has taken judiciary to new heights for virtual hearing through technology and live streaming of the court proceeding. His Lordship has been a guiding spirit for our judiciary. I welcome you, my Lord. I am honored to welcome Dr. Justice B.R. Saragi, Judge High Court of Odisha and Chairman of the Building Committee for Subordinate Court. My Lord has been a constant support in the completion of this building. I am honored to welcome Honorable Chief Justice Debarata Das, Judge High Court of Odisha and Administrative Judge of Bhadrak Judgeship. My Lord has been a guiding source for us. Without his involvement and monitoring on daily basis, the completion of this court complex would not have been possible. I am also welcome all the honorable judges of the High Court of Odisha who has been pleased to grace the occasion. I am further honored to welcome Lord Registrar General Sri Chittaranjan Das and members of the Register of the High Court of Odisha who have been provided us with the requisite support from time to time. I welcome the members of the judiciary, legal fraternity, and all those watching this great movement through live streaming. I welcome the Collector cum District Magistrate Bhadrak, Sri Tilochan Maji, for the relentless support for this occasion. I also welcome the Superintendent of Police Bhadrak, Sri Charan Singh Meena, who has extended support for this occasion. Further, I welcome the officers of the PWD, all the officers of the district administration, police administration, all the executing agency, and other officers who have worked tirelessly for the accomplishment of this iconic building. I also welcome the learned members of the different bars present here. I further welcome my brother and sister judicial officers of Bhadrak Judgeship, the members of the print and electronic media, and the erudite audience. Last but not the least, I thank all for their cooperation and contribution in making this dream project. Dhanyavad, Bande Utkala Janani.
Thank you, Sri Nayak. May I now have the honor to request Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, Chief Justice High Court of Odisha, to inaugurate the newly constructed district court building at Bhadrak by unveiling the inaugurate plaque. I would also request Honorable Dr. Justice B.R. Sarangi and Chief Justice Debabrata Das to join his lordship. My lords. Thank you, my lords. I would now request Sri Anupam Patra CPC to display the video clipping of the newly constructed building. Thank you, Sipatra. May I request the President, District Bar Association, Bhadrak, to address on the occasion.
Proceed. Proceed.
Sorry.
You may continue. You proceed.
It seems President is absent, my lord. To move on, may I
Yes.
now request Honorable Justice Devabrata Das, Judge High Court of Orissa and Administrative Judge Bhadrak to address on the event, my lord.
Namaskar. My Lord the Chief Justice, Honorable Dr. S. Muralidhar, our tall leader of the judiciary of the state, my elder brother Justice B.R. Sarangi, Honorable Justice Jaswant Singh, Honorable Justice S. Pujari, Honorable Justice R.K. Patnaik, Honorable Justice M. Sahu, Registrar General of our High Court and all other registrars who are present here, CPC, Honorable Justice S.K. Panigrahi, who has joined just now on virtual mode, registrars, all registrars, CPC and others, officers of the High Court, learned District Judge of the District of Bhadrak, all our judicial officers, Collector and District Magistrate Bhadrak, Superintendent of Police and his team, other government officials, staff of the district judiciary, members of the print and electronic media, learned advocates who are present here in the virtual mode with us in the gathering, which is there in the district, newly constructed district court complex. Ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely grateful to my Honorable Chief Justice, Dr. S. Muralidhar, to have provided me this opportunity to be a part of this memorable function of inauguration of the new district court complex at Bhadrak. Today is definitely a golden day in the history of the state of Odisha, that this district of Bhadrak, which was created in the year 1993, is getting its totally new court complex in a place which is directly connected to the heart of the town, that is Bhadrak, and having an underpass which is making the entry to the place very smooth and not allowing anybody who is going to the court to pass over the national highway facing any hardship. The newly court complex, which has been inaugurated by Honorable Chief Justice, has already been videographed and shown, must have shown by all. And it's, I would say that it's not only magnificent, but the most beautiful one as on today, which is in place in any of the district of the state. And I must, as the administrative judge, thank my brother judges, Justice Pujari and Justice Sarangi, who have been heading this subordinate judiciary infrastructure committee, building committee, for this purpose, and that's a special thanks goes to them. This Bhadrak district had a court of Munsif in the year 1901, and prior to that, it was joining the judiciary of in the Jajpur district was the judiciary for the district of Bhadrak. This additional district judge court was created in the district of Bhadrak shortly after the separation of the district and creation of the district of Bhadrak in the year 1993, and thereafter in the year 2011, separate judicial district has been created with the headquarters at Bhadrak. This place, Bhadrak, has its own charm, and a variety of litigations are there in the said district, with also the pendency figure is quite high. The growing cry from the very beginning was that the court complex where the courts are functioning is not at all sufficient for discharge of the judicial function by the officers, and also the service that is being provided, professional service that is being provided by the lawyers and all other associated. The court building, court rooms, chambers and all other facilities which were there in the old building, old complex were not at all adequate. And that has been a growing cry from days in days to day. And taking that into consideration, this honorable court had a plan of having a new complex altogether, because it was thought that it would be absolutely impossible to put any structure or have any change of the structure in the old complex and continue with that building. So it was decided that there would be a new complex altogether with the operation of the bar members, and with their consent, the building had started. And we have received all the cooperation from the state government as well as all other associated. And in fact, we had a meeting, I had a meeting with the President and Secretary of the Bar Association a month before this, for this purpose of inauguration of this building, because the underpass is now fully operational and lighting facilities and others have already been in place. And today we are having that day that we are writing a golden, it is written in the golden letters in the history of judiciary of the district of Bhadrak that the new complex has come. And it is such a beautiful and magnificent complex that now I think that it is one of its kind in the entire state. I must thank Honorable Chief Justice to have guided us in this line by having one more addition to the most important addition to the chapter, that is the room for the purpose of recording of the deposition of the vulnerable witnesses. And that is for the first time that has come in this complex and in this newly built complex. And I think for some days to come, it will cater to the need of the other districts too. On this occasion, I must tell that after the inauguration of the judicial complex, new judicial complex, we as the members of the judicial fraternity are loaded with one more important challenge. That is that we must now face it. The challenge is as regards maintaining the quality in a better manner and also running with a better speed so as to grapple with the proper administration of justice and dispensation of justice. We cannot now have the excuse that we are having any shortage in the space, any other deficiency in the matter of our functioning. So that we must say, I must say that we all must try hard, and I will be requesting the district judge and his judicial and all the judicial officers to strive hard in this regard, so that we face the challenge in the coming days And under the guidance of our Honorable Chief Justice, I hope and trust that we will be proceeding in the right direction, and we will be by maintaining this speed and reaching the right destination. And I believe that the chariot of judiciary when he is having Sarthi like our Dr. Justice Murlidhar, we will have no problem in facing the challenge and grappling the same. With all these words, I again wish all of you a very happy and prosperous New Year 2022, and I hope that New Year will bring us all the best achievements for this judicial institution. Thanking you all. I take leave.
Thank you, my lord. Thank you for your kind words and details of information about the court and the suggestions given to our colleagues and the judges, my lord. May I now have the honor to request Dr. Justice B.R. Sarangi, Judge, High Court of Orissa, and Chairman, Subordinate Court Building Committee, to address the gathering, my lord.
My esteemed Honorable Dr. S. Murlidhar, Chief Justice of Orissa High Court, Honorable Justice Jaswant Singh, Honorable Justice Devarta Das, Honorable Justice Satrugna Pujari, Honorable Justice Sanjay Panigrahi, Honorable Justice Savitri Ratho, Honorable Justice R.K. Patnaik, and all other officers and judges who are in the virtual mode also remain present in the function and witnessing the same. My dear Registrar General and his team, they learned CPC and his team, they learned district judges and his judicial officers of Bhadrak district, learned district and learned district magistrate and learned superintendent police. Above all, the lawyers, those are watching, sitting in the under the Samana, the function which is undertaken today here by virtual mode, I welcome them from my core of heart. Because I was very happy that I was the administrative judge of Bhadrak district for last 3 years. And all cooperation were extended by these bar people. Therefore, there is no hindrance at Bhadrak when I was continuing as administrative judge. And I enjoyed a lot during my tenure as administrative judge of Bhadrak. And they have got some grievance with regard to the opening of this court. And the first grievance was, you must provide us an underpass. And that has been carried out. And today, I'm sorry that these bar people, those are enthusiastic to have the court at Bhadrak in new building. Now they are not participating. I'm extremely sorry. And some of them are participating. I must welcome them, that they must have some vision for future extension. The places where the district court is functioning are not adequate for everybody. Therefore, you are making a demand every month and every year saying that you need this court, that court, that court. This, due to space crunch, we are not able to open those courts. Now we have decided that 22 courts can function in this building, and out of which now 14 are occupied by you. Rest courts can also be come up. Therefore, kindly cooperate with us so that we can proceed with the matter. Without your help, without your cooperation, the court cannot function. That we understand that. Therefore, we request all the bar members to join us so that we can have the best result for the future. And we are meant for the litigant. It's not meant for you or meant for I or meant for any officers who are working there. It is the combined effort of both the bar as well bench. The ultimate result will go to litigants. If the litigants public have got some benefits, then it is your cooperation and your endeavor and your assistance will definitely help us to proceed with the matter. Now coming to the question that I am happy that I was the administrative judge of oldest court of Odisha, which has been established in 1901, and that is as a municipal court. Then you have been given an sub-judge court in 1966. Thereafter, an additional district judge court in 1987. Then, when the bifurcation of district was done in 1993, the district judge court would have been functioned by that time, but effectively the district judge court was functioning in 2011, and from that date we have become an independent judicial district for the state. And as a judicial district, we have got a lot of pendency, and that pendency has to be cleared by resorting to some other methods, not participant process of dispensation justice. It causes a lot of difficulties for everybody. Therefore, I request all of you that kindly help and kindly cooperate and kindly extend the justice to the litigant people for which you are established there. And nobody can recognize unless you are discharging duty in proper manner. Discharging duty with sincerity, with integrity, it's a part of your life. If that part you forget, then no person will come to you, because it is the source of survival of yours. Unless the source is closed, source is expedited, then nothing can be done for you. I also thank to all of the co-members, those are the committee itself. They are without their cooperation, this building could not have come out. Rather, I was also extend my thanks to Honorable Justice Pujari, who was also once upon a time prior to me was the building committee chairman, and he has also expedited the matters. It is not that I or Justice Pujari have done something. It is the collective efforts of all the judges, those who are participating here. With their efforts, we have come out with such a magnificent building. And at the end, I can also say that it is the sole endeavor of Honorable Chief Justice Dr. S. Muldhidhar, who has encouraged us like anything and given all freedom to go at any development of work for the state for the judiciary of the state. And we must thankful to everybody that we have got such a visionary Chief Justice here, And with his vision, we are working together. And I see that every people must get justice at their doorstep. That is the prime consideration of my Chief Justice, and my Chief Justice has given us that liberty to proceed the matter. I really am grateful to him that giving such liberty to us to work in a free and manner is absolutely commendable one. Nothing more can be said against anybody who those are part of the system itself. Only I can request all of you should participate and cooperate with us so that we can see that in near future you will have your new courts such as Vigilance Court and other courts which are making a demand before us, and will open the same new building. Therefore, with new year, with new vision, with new thoughts, please come up and join with us and work in the new building with new spirit. With all these words, thank you all.
My Lord, I am sure my colleagues will carry out the valuable suggestions and advice of your Lordship to rise to the expectations of the people and litigants. Thank you, my Lord. May I now have the honor to request Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, Chief Justice of High Court of Orissa, to give the inaugural address. My Lord.
A very warm good morning to everyone. Pranam Vande Utkala Jale. I'm going to complete almost a year as Chief Justice of Odisha. And I must at the outset say that I've been extremely fortunate to have the complete cooperation of my colleagues, my officers, my staff, the entire district judiciary, every judicial officer, every staff, and very importantly, the bar in every district and the public. This is a very happy morning for each one of us who are present here, beginning with my senior colleague, Justice Jaswant Singh. He has been watching the developments in Odisha ever since he joined this court. My esteemed colleague, Justice Dr. Sarangi, my esteemed colleagues, Justice Devabrata Dash, Justice Shatrugna Pujari, my esteemed colleagues, the Justice Panigrahi, Justice Savitri Ratho, Justice Mriganga Sekhar Sahu, Justice Patnaik, and all others who may be observing these proceedings. This is a moment that we've all been waiting for, because the people of Bhadrak and the lawyers of Bhadrak, and of course the judges of Bhadrak, have been for long waiting to get into a better complex with better facilities, with bigger courtrooms, and more friendly, more accessible facilities and courtrooms. And this is that moment that has arrived. I must also acknowledge the presence and the cooperation that we've received from a whole set of people. Of course, the district judiciary headed by Sri Pradyumna Kumar Nayak, District and Sessions Judge Bhadrak, and his predecessors in office. I think this is the day when we must acknowledge the involvement of several people who have made this possible. Sri Tilochan Maji, the Collector and District Magistrate Bhadrak, Sri Charan Singh Meena, the IPS Superintendent of Police Bhadrak. And although they may not be present here, we are 100% certain that they are present in spirit and probably watching these proceedings. Sri Dilip Kumar Mahapatra, President District Bar Association Bhadrak, and Sri Jitendra Kumar Panda, Secretary District Bar Association Bhadrak. Mr. Mahapatra and Mr. Panda were very nice to me. I had an excellent reception when I visited Bhadrak just a few months ago, and I got a lot of warmth and affection from the members of the bar. And I'm sure they will continue to cooperate, they will continue to participate, because this is the task of delivering justice, which is not any one person's task. It is a task of several people. It's not just the task of the lawyers. It's not just the task of the judges. It's not just the task of the administration. It's not just the task of the police. It's not just the task of the prison authorities. This whole building that we saw, this on the video, this wonderful judicial monument, which is going to be the landmark in Bhadrak, was conceived of several years ago. It is not that this judicial complex has just come overnight. As was rightly pointed out by Justice Sarangi and Justice Devabrata Das, not only Justice Pujari, who was heading the subordinate court building committee prior to Justice Sarangi, but even his predecessors have been actively involved in conceptualizing, planning, and monitoring the construction of this wonderful judicial complex. What we didn't see on the video, of course, was that this is a complex which already has a bar hall and a space for the bar canteen, which is almost 7,000 square feet. So this is something that has been conceptualized some time ago. And it is a constant work in progress. Whenever we find that somebody wants something more to be done, we try and address that. So we are in constant dialogue with the bar. I want to emphasize this, that ever since I came as a Chief Justice, the endeavor is not only to physically visit and every district and listen to the Bar Association, but if you all recall, on 1st October, I had a meeting with all the 30 district bar associations, and which was greatly welcomed by each of them, including the Bhadrak bar. I have visited the Bhadrak bar, like I told you earlier, and we constantly address the needs of the bar. So even now, even only on the 11th of December, my colleagues, Justice Devabrata Das, met the bar president, vice president, the secretary of the district bar association of Bhadrak, November. And we are in constant dialogue. So this is the endeavor of this High Court, that we listen to the bar, we address the needs of the bar. But as the High Court, we are also conscious of the needs of the public. Because one has to acknowledge that this is a public institution. This wonderful judicial monument is a public institution. It has been built with public money. This took 5 years to build, and a sum of 29.7475 crores, almost 30 crores has been spent on this wonderful monument. It has state-of-the-art facilities. We're very proud to say that today we have a vulnerable witness courtroom in Bhadrak. Bhadrak, which has seen an increase in the number of rape cases, POXO cases, where there are going to be child witnesses, where we want to see the rule of law in action. It is so essential to address the needs of the public. We're having state-of-the-art facilities in Bhadrak. Every judge in Bhadrak will be able to have a virtual hearing. Wi-Fi facilities, creche, things that many courts in the country are aspiring to have, Bhadrak has. The endeavor of not just me, but every colleague in the High Court, including my officers, the Registrar General, the Registrar Vigilance, the CPC, a whole team of officers, the Registrar Inspection, Registrar Administration. The endeavor is to see that we have cutting-edge, state-of-the-art facilities in every court in Orissa. No lawyer should be left out, no court should be left out, no section of the population should be left out. So we open courts in very remote corners. We had a court in Motu. If you've seen the map of Orissa, Motu is the tip of the Orissa, south of Orissa in Malkangiri. We opened a court there recently. The idea is to actually reach out to the people, because we exist for the people. The day we stop listening to the people, the day we presume, whether as lawyers or judges, that somehow the people will be dependent on us for deliverance of justice, we'll be making a mistake. It is not in our hands to stop the courts functioning. It is not in our hands to stop the wheel of justice moving. It will move. There is a crying need for justice. People are under trial prisoners in jails. They're waiting for bail applications to be taken up. There are people fearing arrest. They're waiting for their anticipatory bail applications to be taken up. There are convicts in jails who are waiting for their appeals to be taken up in the High Court. So we are answerable to all of them as lawyers and judges. So just like police stations cannot stop functioning, hospitals cannot stop functioning, engines cannot stop running on rail tracks, fire engines have to be alert 24/7, the wheels of justice have to keep moving. We deliver justice in these court halls, but like I said, the deliverance of justice needs everybody to cooperate. And no section of any of these several actors who come together to deliver justice can function independently or individually. And nobody can presume that because I am not there, the wheel of justice will not move. It will move. It will have to deliver justice, because that is the expectation of the people. That's the expectation of the Constitution. And that is the spirit with which we move. We do not have a perfect system. I think we need to acknowledge that. We are a work in progress. We are trying every day. The endeavor every day is to deliver better justice, create better facilities, address several needs. All needs cannot be addressed at once. It will be addressed incrementally. But we will not stop functioning because some need has not been addressed immediately. It will maybe be addressed in the near future. It may be addressed in a few months. It may be addressed in a few years, but the wheel of justice will move on. We are all partners in progress. We are all birds of passage, as I would say. But whenever we are here, for whatever moments we are here, for whatever years we are here, we will do our best. That spirit with which we work is informed by the promise that we've held out in the preamble of equal and fair justice. When we try and locate a court, and this is a constant endeavor by all the judges, not just the committees which are now dealing with the issue, or Justice Pujari's committee when he was heading the subordinate courts committee, but every committee, first we look at the plan of the place. We look at the ideal location. We need space. We need at least 5 acres of land. Where we are not able to find 5 acres, something slightly less. But this itself, this complex has come up on a 3-acre plot. Now, why is this such an ideal location? It is next to the highway. Justice Jaswant Singh will recall, if you travel from Delhi to Chandigarh, on the highway, you find remarkable good complexes, court complexes. And Justice Jaswant Singh, you will admit that this rivals any of the good court complexes in Haryana and Punjab. It is close to the highway, which means it's accessible. Geographical access is such an important aspect of location of a court. People coming in from outside will be able to locate. You get down at the bus stand in Bhadrak, you say, I want to go to the district court in Bhadrak, the auto man will straight away take you there because it's such a prominent judicial landmark. It's a feature. Ancillary activities will develop around the court complex. It is natural. And Justice Devagupta Dash was explaining how, since the demand was that there should be an underpass, that has been built. So slowly we will have the court functioning full steam. Our judicial officers are all waiting for their better facilities. We need a good working atmosphere. More importantly, we need the litigant to come in and feel comfortable. It must be a space not of chaos, not of disorder, but peaceful, calm, orderly. Because we come into a court complex with a lot of troubles in our mind. When we leave the court complex, we must be much calmer. That is why the architecture of the building, the location of the building, all of that becomes very important. When an existing court complex is in the midst of a very crowded marketplace, where you're going through a lot of congestion to reach the court, that adds to your stress, whether as a litigant or as a lawyer or as a judge. When you go to a court complex in an orderly fashion, on a highway or on a road which is not too congested, your mind is calm. So there is a purpose why we locate a court in a certain place, why we design the court complex in a certain place. So much thought, much effort goes into every aspect of all of this. I need not go on and on, but I just want everyone listening to understand that this is a humongous task, that not just 1 or 2 persons are involved, several persons are involved. All those engineers, all those architects, all those masons, all those carpenters, all those loaders, thousands and thousands of people have helped bring up this wonderful monument in Bhadrak. And we should salute each of them today. Hats off to each of them. Their effort has borne fruit. They all worked tirelessly over the 5 years, brick by brick, bringing up this monument for all of us. And we will not disappoint them. And Justice Devagupta Dash rightly said, and Justice Sarangi rightly said, what we do in that complex, as all of us, as the public of Bhadrak, as the administration of Bhadrak, as the police of Bhadrak, as the lawyers of Bhadrak, and as judges, what we do in that monument is going to be very critical for the future of Bhadrak. The Bhadrak people have supported this monument. They want this judicial monument. They want their courts to function well. They want their lawyers to function well, the judges to function well. And we will not disappoint the people of Bhadrak. We will not disappoint the people of Odisha. This is a promise we made to them in the Constitution. We will strive every living moment to uphold that promise. It is with that spirit we move forward. It is with that spirit that we welcome the new year. We usher a new era for the people of Bhadrak. And I want to warmly congratulate the people of Bhadrak. We've received enormous support from all sections of the public, from the media. And that is what has helped us move forward with a bright outlook and a positive vision. Thank you once again for your patient listening. If there have been any technological glitches, I apologize on behalf of my entire team, and these are inevitable, but it is all for a good purpose. It is all for a joyous day, a bright sunny day, and a joyous and bright sunny future for Odisha. Thank you. Vande Utkala Jale.
Thank you, my lord.
Yes, and Justice Dash wants me to add that all of us hope to be physically present there in the coming new year for more and more happy occasions like this.
Most of them are.
Yes, yes, yes.
Lord, thank you for your kind words. Obliged to have Lordship's lucid eloquence and warm inaugural address. It's time for me to invite the Secretary, District Bar Association, to propose the vote of thanks. But I am told Mr. Secretary is not present in the place of inauguration. May I now therefore request Dr. Prasanna Kumar Panda, Judge Family Court, Bhadrak, to propose the vote of thanks. Mr. Panda.
Pranam, my lords. Honorable Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, Chief Justice, Odisha High Court. Honorable Dr. Justice Vidyut Ranjan Sarangi, Judge, Odisha High Court. Honorable Sri Justice Devabrat Das, Administrative Judge for Bhadrak Judgeship. Honorable Justice Jaswant Singh. Honorable Justice Shatrughan Pujari. Honorable Justice S. Paningrahi. Honorable Justice M.S. Sahu. Honorable Justice R.K. Patnaik. Honorable Justice S. Ratha, and other honorable my judges who are on hybrid mode. Respected Registrar General and other judicial officers of High Court Registry, Chief Architect, Collector, other revenue officers, Superintendent of Police, local functionaries, learned all BAL members of this district, representatives of electronic and print media, dear denizens, my district judge, all judicial officers, ladies and gentlemen. Dream of Bhadrak District Court Complex, a much awaited infrastructure development project with improved connectivity, is now all set to be a reality. Bhadrak District Judiciary finds its new home today with best and benevolent hopes. To begin with a customary ritual like vote of thanks, at the fag end of this program, personally, I have no ability to appreciate godly figures by whose grace and blessings this district has bagged opportunity of celebrating inaugural function as it is. Needlessly, it is impracticable on our part to name one and all who have played a direct or indirect role in shaping up this building. By the way, few of them who come uppermost in mind deserve mention. The first one appears to be Honorable Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, Chief Justice, Odisha High Court, who, despite his Lordship's busy schedule, has taken all pains in finding time to come to this place by virtual mode to bestow a divine touch on this grassroots institution, and has been kind enough to ignite our inner responsibility onto the people in the last ladder of the society. Thus, we feel indebted to his Lordship forever. We are much beholden to Honorable Dr. Justice Vidyut Ranjan Sarangi, Judge, Odisha High Court. Notably, his Lordship is the Chairman, Building Committee, Odisha High Court. To us, it is very difficult to express in words for his Lordship's timely guidance, constructive and comprehensive suggestions, in absence of which this building would not have been what it is. We also record our profound obligation to Honorable Sri Justice Devabrat Das, Administrative Judge for Bhadrak Judgeship, Odisha High Court, who has extended generous helping heart to remove all bottlenecks in the erection of this building. We shall be failing in a duty if heartfelt thanks are not expressed to all my honorable judges who are on hybrid mode. We are much proud to express our praise for key functionaries, including all local bodies. We owe all of them for their needful cooperation from time to time so far. We are also grateful to our district judges, without whose unstained and unstinting efforts, the physical structure of this building could not be dreamt of at its true face. We need to acknowledge the immeasurable and expressed or implied contributions of learned members of legal fraternity of this district in the wake of grand success of the function. No words can adequately describe our feelings for judicial officers of this district who have lent their soul and support without any hesitation in the line of expectation of our authority. We also congratulate ladies and gentlemen, including members of print and electronic media present here, who grace the occasion, offering kind presence in proper perspective. Hope this new district court complex will pave the way in dispensation of justice to the millions of people of the state, particularly of Bhadrak district. We would also feel our labor amply requited if this complex proves appreciable castle of justice in the desired way. Once again, we are thankful to all for digesting our unavoidable errors, uttered or omitted, if any, in organizing such a huge program. I, on behalf of this district judiciary, at last but not the least, may take the leave of this wise gathering to conclude vote of thanks with a quotation of Pandit Sriram Sharma Acharya, who rightly said, unquote, "Man is not the slave of circumstances. He is the creator, controller, and master of them." Of quote. Hope with this human touch on this pious strip of land, humanity may blossom through the fountain of justice. Satyameva Jayate. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Pranda. My lord, may I have the permission to declare the function closed?
Yes, please.
The function is declared closed. Thank you. Thank you all of you and namaskar.
Namaskar.